So as we've said, we are encouraged that the Bloomington Police Department and our local officials share and express interest in establishing community policing. Now it's up to us as a community to define what that really means. We've defined community policing as a holistic, integrated philosophy and organizational strategy to transform the way law enforcement and the community interact, share power, and work together to improve the quality of life throughout the community. Community policing, 1, redefines who is considered a community expert. 2, empowers community members to participate in decision-making. And 3, shifts the focus of policing away from a reactive, enforcement-centered approach to a more proactive, community-centered, solution-focused effort. Community policing requires a significant shift in policing, as we've noted. The status quo tells us that law enforcement agents are the only credible sources of expertise in policing. In contrast, community policing recognizes and respects community members as experts in their own lives, on the needs of their own communities, and necessarily as experts who have valuable input into how police should serve them. As it stands now, community members lack the power to influence law enforcement policies and practices and to hold the police accountable. Community policing empowers community members to make changes to police policies and practices to better serve the needs of their community. This establishes a relationship of mutual respect and accountability. In the way we do policing now, the majority of police officers' efforts go towards identifying and arresting suspects, gathering evidence to ensure a conviction, and prosecuting to the full extent of the law. Community policing proposes that resources are best used when law officers act as community liaisons who proactively address local issues, build relationships, and work to improve overall quality of life. Until our community has a meaningful place in deciding how police will operate in our neighborhoods, and until the culture of impose and enforce is dismantled, there will always be tension between police and people of color and the cops. Real community policing is the way forward. It's not just an event or photo op. It's not just a listening session here or there. We need a shift in philosophy and a transformation in organizational strategy. The first step forward towards real community should be establishing a mechanism for making it a reality. A body made of community members that makes this process accessible to residents and is empowered to put forth reforms and hold the police accountable. We need to create a community oversight committee that receives and investigates complaints, makes disciplinary recommendations for officers, and enacts policies for police conduct and training. It is time for the BPD, and our local officials to get serious about our commitment to community policing and put the power to bring about the transformation we need into the hands of the people.